Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we're taking a look at a pretty affordable PCI Express Gen 4x4 NVMe drive, which has got a great warranty, pretty decent specs, and doesn't cost a fortune. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so in today's video we're taking a look at the Lexar NM710. This is a PCI Express NVMe drive using Generation 4x4 technology to give you plenty of speed in your modern system. Now this is actually a really decent little drive. I've been doing some benchmarking in this today. It was actually sent to me free of charge for review purposes by the people over at Lexar, so thank you very much to them. And they haven't asked me to say anything, or they won't be checking this review before it goes out, so everything you can hear is entirely my own words and is completely unscripted, as per usual. So let's take a quick look at some of the specs of this drive. So we're looking at PCI Express Gen 4x4, like we said earlier. We're looking at read speeds of anywhere up to 5,000 megabytes per second and read speeds of up to 4,500 megabytes per second. So pretty nippy. This drive consists of a TLC NAND flash setup and is using HBM or host buffer memory to get nice burst speeds and without having the added expense of a dedicated DRAM cache. It does use a kind of pseudo SLC cache, which uses up to somewhere in the region of about 160 gigabytes of the actual storage to use as constant read-write to aid those buffering cycles. In terms of warranty, we're looking at a 5-year warranty on this. So if you're looking at other drives on the market, such as possibly one of the leaders, such as the Kingston NV2, it's basically kind of almost double the warranty of that. That comes in around about 3 years warranty. And when it comes to actual terabytes written, again, really high results, up to 600 terabytes written as being its kind of maximum capacity. And also in terms of the mean time between failure, we're looking at 1.5 million hours, which is, I think, about 170 years. So yeah, should have some pretty decent longevity. In terms of pricing, this is actually pretty competitively priced at the moment, looking at somewhere around about the £40 mark here in the UK. And of course, as per usual, we'll be putting Amazon affiliated links in the video description and other places if we find it significantly cheaper. Now delving into the specs a little bit deeper when it comes to things like the controller. So this is using a controller which I've not actually come across before. So this is the Pcie MAP 1602 controller. It actually seems to be pretty decent. It's got some pretty decent specs, although not as well known as some of the other ones on the market. With the NAND flash and also the controller, I didn't notice temperatures really getting too desperately out of control either. Now this doesn't come with any kind of heat shield or anything like that. It does come with one of those sticky pads on the top, which is doubling up as a sticker to tell you what the drive is. And that has actually thermal connectivity or conductivity. So if you do want to put it into some sort of NVMe cover, shield, drive, whatever, or maybe you're using the existing ones on your motherboard, then it's going to be absolutely fine. There's no need to remove the sticker. Although, saying that, you don't necessarily need to. When I've been running my test today, found actually running it without the shield or any heatsink on it actually ran slightly faster, which is actually quite unusual. So that means there's no throttling happening on the drive, and we're getting to temperatures somewhere in the region of about 60 degrees Celsius, which is absolutely fine, with this having a maximum temperature before it starts throttling of 70 Celsius. If you do want to use a heatsink on it, again, depending on which one you use, on our motherboard in the test bench behind, we got down to around about 52 degrees Celsius. And normally when it's just idling, we're looking at somewhere about 5 to 10 degrees over ambient. So overall, pretty decent specs, and it runs exactly as you'd expect it to. Let's take a very quick look at some benchmarks here. So we look at Crystal Disk and you can see the results there. Pretty much bang on exactly what is actually specified, so that's run as it should do. I did actually try the test with and without the cooler to see if there's any significant difference, and essentially the results are pretty much identical. I also used the 3D Mark benchmark as well, so there is actually a disk test you can do within there. It costs a little bit more, but you can do that. So installed that, ran it, and again did the same thing, and actually compared it against the drive which is actually in the system already, which is an NVMe 4x4 drive from Solidigem, or however they pronounce it. Basically it's the old Intel technology that SK Hynix bought up and have now rebranded, and it beats that quite convincingly by about 100 points, so that's about 5% faster, which isn't a great deal, but certainly does make a difference. And considering it isn't much more expensive, somewhere in the region of about £2 or £3 more expensive, I think it's probably worth it. So there we go, that is the Lexar NM710 PCI Express Gen 4x4 drive. I'll be honest with you, I'm pretty impressed with it. In terms of the specification, the pricing, and also the warranty, I think realistically for a lot of us now, warranty and longevity is something we're looking for more in these drives. It's starting to get to the point where these type of drives, PCI Express NVMe drives and M.2 drives, have been on the market a good few years now, and we are starting to see some failures cropping up, especially from the earlier technology. Whereas with this, I think with the warranty they're giving, 5-year warranty, and like I said, up to 1.5 million hours written before it's likely to fail, I think is pretty decent. So anyway, let me know what you think about this one in the comments section below. Also, like I said, there will be links for this in the video description if you want to check it out and also see comparative pricing. I'll try and put some other very similarly spec drives in there so you can check out the pricing between them and see which one works out best for you. So I think that's going to wrap this one up. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.